You know, if you guys are getting hit by a carpet, oh my God, I've never had so many phone calls in my
Yeah,
life.
every year for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I just talked to a guy,
All the village meeting order, please stand for the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Navarro? Here. Thomas? Here. Warner? Here. Wenzel? Here. Hoover? Here. Chanel?
Here.
Binky? Here. Need a motion to approve the agenda?
One change, Chief Leader will not be here.
So moved, Mr. Meehan.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. All those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public statement regarding current agenda items only.
I signed up.
That'll be a little late.
Gotcha, sorry.
All right, next up we have the consent agenda. So moved.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No unfinished business. Moving on into new business. Items for introduction and discussion, public hearing for ORV side-by-side ordinance 2025-01.
I make a motion to enter public hearing for ORV side-by-side ordinance 2025-1 at 7:31 p.m.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. We'll do a roll call vote, please.
Navarro?
Aye.
Thomas?
Yes.
Warner?
Yes.
Wenzel?
Yes.
Hoover?
Yes.
Chanel?
Yes.
Binky?
Yes.
All right, we are now in public hearing. Does any member of the public or council have anything they wish to ask or say?
Yes. So I'm gonna stand or?
You can, either way.
So, yeah, I just, name Bruce Dankert, 720 Eaton Street. I'm just trying to understand some of the things in the ordinance here. So, the inspection, and then you're gonna issue a decal. What exactly is the decal gonna do? I mean, is it something that, you know, Grandma Smith looks out the window and says, oh, that was car 265 with the kids hanging off it? I mean, is it gonna be big enough that she's gonna be able to see it? I mean, what are we doing with this? Here, you know, I have 2 ORV stickers on my golf cart now, you know, standard one plus a trail mix. You know, they're $40. It's not about the $10 and all this, I don't complain, but that makes me good anywhere on the Saginaw County Road, anywhere to a posted speed limit. Now you're adding another one because them aren't good in town. I mean, how are you gonna control people from the township coming in?
That is the purpose.
So people from the township can't come in?
No, they can absolutely come in and get the same sticker.
No, but I mean, they can't just ride into town, they won't be able to just come into town and ride their golf cart or to the ice cream store and go back out without having that permit? We're gonna make anybody coming in.
Anybody that's driving them out
Okay.
would have one.
Now, so then, I go on to where, I'm in the part, page 3 anyways, item 8. It's the part about helmets. You're talking about, passengers must be wearing his or her a crash helmet and protective eyewear. This subdivision does not apply if the vehicle is equipped with a windshield and a roof or roll bar that meets or exceeds standard for a crash helmet. Now, any golf cart right now, that thin wall tubing, that's called a canopy support. That is not a rollover protection roll system. I mean, I went on to golfcartsdirect.com. This is what, you know, are you familiar with the word ROPS? Like you'll see a ROPS system on riding lawnmowers, a rollover protection system. I mean, these exceed $1,000 for something that's going to certify you in a rollover. That's heavy duty tubing, not the lightweight tubing. Are you actually going to make people upgrade to that? I mean, or are you considering the tubing that's holding your canopy top on now as a rollover system? I guess that's my question there. And then you also go on to brake lights. You know, a standard golf cart does not have an operating brake light. We'd all like to upgrade to a brake light system. And also the seat belts. I mean, you know, no golf cart comes with seatbelts. What's that?
Yeah, correct.
That, you want seatbelts, front and rear seats too, is that what you're pushing for, or?
That is the way it's written.
That's the way it's written, right. I mean, you know, even any car built before 1949 doesn't have seatbelt can operate on any state road at any posted speed limit. In the state of Michigan, you don't have to have seatbelt, but I mean, that's not OEM equipped, you know, so, I mean, I think the front and rear, seatbelt systems, each are gonna run you about $125, and then the brake light system, I don't know exactly, but, you know, the electrical system's gonna have to be upgraded for that, or the blinker
I think
unit
it
stuff.
cost me $100,
And
something
then,
like that.
yeah, and then, but the big one is the rollover system. I mean, are you considering what we have holding our tops up now as a rollover system, so I don't have to wear a helmet, or, I mean,
Or is everybody gonna have to wear a crash helmet and
Yeah.
goggles?
yeah.
That is a fantastic question. I did see that.
People are gonna look funny putting an ice cream cone into their face shield under their helmet, you know what I mean?
Be worth it.
I mean, you know, I realize you say there's, you know, I'm sure there probably is incidents in town with kids riding them and stuff that shouldn't be and whatnot, but
Well,
you
it's
know,
the same
you're kind of
thing
making
as
us all
that.
guilty for a few select few. I mean, my whole thing comes back to that sticker though. How is that going to help you or the people calling the police department know who was the violator with the?
There should be an identification number on it.
But will they be able to see from their house? That's my point. You know, we went through this 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
I remember bringing up, you know, you want us to put NASCAR stickers on the side of it, you know, so you can see it, or I mean, what do you? Because that's really what's going to have to be visible for.
According to the police, the main problem is when people are parking on 57 and should not be up there, they're going into businesses. That is their opportunity to go up, see who
Now
it
they've
is,
got a tag and they know
without
who-
going into Showboat and saying.
Why don't they just leave them a ticket? You'll find out who it is.
You gotta talk to the police and the council.
Yeah.
This is not my.
Right.
We should-
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to just understand where this is.
No, it was written in the spirit of allowing law enforcement to conform to current standards. So the
Yeah.
ID tag isn't, I don't know if it's, which would be further discussed as it is about being seen from a house.
Visible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the kids that are in too many seats or too many kids for seats and roof, gliding and all those things. It's more the intent to allow actually law enforcement to stop that cart and now
Now
either,
they know who to go back to.
and they can inform parents or inform
Yeah.
somebody. I mean, that was more the intent, I think, of where this was going, was to empower safety.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
The kids driving underneath 16
Yeah.
and people driving with their dogs on their, or kids on their, I don't know how many kids in a mother's lap going down 9th Street.
I mean,
The other part of this is the accountability will fall on the owner.
Sure.
And the goal isn't necessarily to give it a 15-year-old misdemeanor. It would fall on
Even I got a
Yeah.
copy I printed this morning from the Saginaw County. The Saginaw County ordinance says the same thing. All liability falls back on the owner, no matter what. You know. So.
just like I don't think,
If a kid smashes into a car and as kids will, they all scatter, you gotta know who the car belongs to.
I don't think the intent was to spend $1,000 on a roll cage.
Right.
either. I mean,
And I think you might want to look at the wording in it. Just
Yeah.
That's super thin wall too, and I guarantee it's not considered a property.
Yeah. No.
I didn't know if that's how far you were going with this.
But they do have to be specific, because the problem is, a golf cart, the age is 16.
Right.
And those go 75.
The ORV, the age is 18.
Yeah.
That's where the helmet comes into play. There's no helmet for a golf cart, so this was generally written by them to try to put this together.
This was
We're gonna have
all
to
in
separate
on
it
this.
so it's more specific. You need a helmet if you're 18 years old in an ORV, not a quad that goes racing up and down my house.
Yeah. Right, the razors that
Golf
fly
cart,
around.
you have to be 16 to ride the golf cart, to drive the golf cart.
Right.
And there's kids that are not 16 that are racing around these golf carts, and it happened in the summer. I think the goal is to try to get ahead of this before the summer. But yes, we want a number system that's easier for the police to
Just
find
so they
people
got
that are
something.
parking up.
And I
There's a reason to
overheard Janelle talking about the ones that go 75 miles an hour. You know, like you're talking razors and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, a golf cart, 12 to 15 miles an hour.
Yeah,
with
well,
a
I think
little
our
bit of
speed limit is
modification with the
16
government
within
system
the
and
village.
the centrifugal cut, you'll get 19 miles an hour after what you do, sort of small blocks.
I think the original ORV stated that we could, 16, I think, was the speed limit for golf carts.
18.
Was it
Which is about
18?
the max you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Even Saginaw County, no matter what ORV you ride, is 25 miles an hour. I mean, I don't care to take the cake over 100, it's because that's part of their rule for the ORVs.
Oh, yeah, and it should be that way.
Yeah, yeah, okay, well, that was
It's
my.
not the speed of the one that comes by my house, it comes from the township.
Yeah.
All right, well, appreciate the time, and thank you.
Thank you.
Andy?
So I understand,
Doesn't
know
need
where I
to-
live. Name's Andrew River, I live at 437 Grady Street, which is 3 blocks over. In the summertime, you can come look at my security camera and you can see how many kids go up and down there. How many moms loaded up with 6 kids on a golf cart go past my place every single day during the summer, especially on a nice day. Now, I get it from a standpoint of safety. But you open the town up to having people come in, and now you're gonna sit here and you're gonna slap a penalty on what's gonna amount to hurting your businesses. You need to find a legitimate method to control what the heck you have running up and down without hurting your businesses. I like my ORV. See, I do have a side-by-side. Mine will go 70 miles an hour. I do have turn signals, brakes, everything but a license plate on it. I'm telling you, kiss my ever-living ass before I'll pay you $10. When I already buy 2 stickers. Okay? I'm making it real plain and simple in language. This is not right. I understand you have a problem. Your problem is your golf carts and the way you're not controlling them. But you can't, if you're going to have them buy a trail sticker and an ORV sticker, you've automatically got identification of that vehicle. They're not hard to figure out where the hell they're driving. It's not hard for the officer to see who's not following safe practices. To adopt the policy that they're going to wear helmets, it's going to fail. All you're going to end up doing is giving a whole bunch of people misdemeanors or more traffic offense, child endangerment. Because if you don't file child endangerment on them, which is a felony, you're not doing your job. Do you really want to go down that road with this ordinance? All I'm saying is you're going to institute, and if you don't, I'm going to push the fact that you're not doing your job. You're the ones setting this ordinance. Be prepared for the consequences.
Thanks, Andy. I did also notice that in this ordinance, in our original ordinance, we limited the type of vehicles to those that can seat passengers, at least 2 passengers side by side. In this one, that language is not in here, so technically, I could get a quad, drive it around on the streets. Is that something we really want?
No, because we said no to quads
Right,
before.
several times.
We would need to add that in. Does any other council member have any input or public statement input about this ordinance?
Yeah, I would like to see part 3, number 8 completely removed. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, people are driving around on e-bikes that go faster than a golf cart, and they're not required to wear a helmet or have a roll cage.
Oh, yeah, well, so if we do side by sides only, I don't see how that, every one of the newer ones have a roll cage. Golf carts have a roll cage, and maybe I know that when you roll one over, you can walk away from them.
I mean, I
Don't
would never
ask me how.
consider it a roll cage.
It's not a roll cage.
I mean, I'm with
but-
Bruce, it's a canopy. It holds my canopy up.
It will bend.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
made out of aluminum.
Yeah.
But it's not, if you roll over a cart going 18 miles an hour, you might break an arm or leg.
You're gonna fall off first.
Yeah.
You get thrown clear of it, from my experience.
Or under it,
I witnessed
from
it.
my experience.
I just don't roll that fast. And then, no.
So should we, the intent being separating the, like you were saying, the ORVs proper from golf carts?
I think we should, because ORVs already have stickers. But golf carts don't.
Yes, they do.
Some do.
I know.
We could make that.
Yeah, one of those fancy ones, yeah, but
No,
No.
I have to have it
Trail
right
riding,
at my
yeah.
cabin up north.
nothing,
For trail riding.
Let's be honest, that's not the problem. The problem is we have regular golf carts, the kids are racing around on the hooks, too many kids. Those need to be identifiable, whether you like it or not. It needs to be identifiable. So we need to find a process. It's not, we got one police officer driving around. They can't track the kids that are running around all the time. You call all day long. Because I know calls been made about the kids. And they're gone by the time they're looking for them.
Sure.
So there has to be a way,
How about either or?
however it comes about, there has to be a way to identify the ones that don't have any identification. Because eventually it's gonna happen, they're gonna roll one of those carts with 5 kids on it. Or they're not gonna be paying attention, there's some car that's not gonna see them at the same time.
Absolutely.
So, now, who does the cart belong to? Who let their 14-year-old ride with all his buddies around town?
I think technically, in their right about the Saginaw County, you have to have an ORV sticker and trail tag.
Well,
So
usually
is it
stuff here.
possible to have those people just come in and register their number that they currently have with the village office?
I think we can look them up through the MCOs.
You should be able to, yeah.
We'd have to verify that, for
Sure.
sure.
And it's state law that keeps ORVs and golf carts off the trunk line, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
state,
that's-
that's
The
not
only
us.
place you can drive it on the highway is to cross the bridge. That is a designated ORV trail.
So the
If you were
parking,
to get popped by the state cop and you don't have that trail tag, you can write a ticket.
so the parking in front of the businesses and all of that isn't even us, that's a state.
That is a
That
state.
is state.
mandate.
You can park on the side street.
Oh,
no
yes.
problem.
Just not the main trunk line.
So you're saying we could park in like Ace parking lot?
Yeah.
Correct.
You can't be on the road.
Correct.
On M57.
Yep, you can't be along 57, you can be anywhere else just except for on 57.
So just to be clear, you're gonna keep that activated brake light part in there, you want us to add those to them? I mean, I just wanna know, so. And seatbelts?
I think we could probably modify that. If you're driving after dark, you would need lights 100%, but during the daytime.
They have
Even-
running lights.
Even the Saginaw County ordinance does say from 1/2 hour before sunrise to 1/2 hour after sunset. Anytime in between, your lights have to be on, even if it's the sunniest day of the year. Your lights are supposed to be on, that's what Saginaw County ordinance says.
I like that, I like
Use it
that.
hunting.
Yeah, that's what they go by, basically, yes. Well, in case you got your gun and they're shooting deer, you know.
Cruising out the country.
But to Keith's point, we do need to find a way that police can identify these vehicles. And if it doesn't have a tag, they get impounded.
So we're gonna have to send it back to every work, we can always find out in the meantime if the MCOs will cover the tag, if that's, I mean, if it can be in either or, if that's some, as an option to discuss.
Probably would be better just to require it, honestly, because that's what the county requires, that's what the state requires, and our trunkway right here, if you're on that, that is a designated state ORV trail. So if you were to drive that without an ORV sticker, you're breaking the law.
Gotcha.
So why don't we just require an ORV sticker versus our own village implemented sticker?
I think that is a good option.
I mean,
to look at.
We already had
Police
I
can
mean,
look them up,
sure.
which I'm sure they can. There's gotta be a way.
You have to provide a driver's license to buy an ORV sticker, so that
Sure.
would make a trace.
I mean, I feel like that is just a better option.
And I think trail tags have a serial number on them.
Yeah, they do.
They're connected to your driver's
Yes,
license.
to your driver's license, yeah.
That is an excellent thing for infrastructure.
Hey, does anybody wanna make?
We handled
Oh,
it,
we
I
gotta get out of
don't, I
public
think we
meeting.
This is a
Alright,
public
so
safety.
I was gonna say,
Trying to make sure it doesn't come to,
we're gonna
Any
make
group
sure
I'm on.
which path the sticker's valid on, or? Infrastructure's pathways, not markings.
I don't know.
Anybody else?
Read my
have
lips.
anything to say?
Or is the stickers big enough to, I mean, for people record it, can you get the numbers off them?
It's,
It's gonna have to be like
I'll just make one more statement. My camera recorded many kids One of them got in a fender bender down at four-way stop because the golf carts don't feel like they have to stop at that four-way stop. Okay? And it was kids. They were on my camera. I contacted their mom and dad. I got bitched at.
By the parents?
Oh yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, so we won't even go to that. But I'm right back to the thing that even if you put a sticker on there, and I can tell you who that kid was, and if I don't have it on my camera, all they gotta do is say it wasn't them. Right. And your sticker, if it's not big enough for me to read it without my camera, how am I gonna tell you what car it was? Okay?
Sure.
So you gotta have something the size of a license plate.
I think
You got a real problem here, and without the officer pulling them over, and like I say, at that point, you're filing charges of child endangerment, and that's the only way you can truly address it. And you're gonna have a real problem then. Because like I said, me as a person, I was worried about the kids, because I actually knew them, and I got bitched out. So what do you think you're gonna get?
Sure. I don't want to speak for Scott, but I think initially when this was brought in front of us, the idea was to help identify the carts when they're parked on M57. I don't think the initial reason to have these identification stickers was for the public to get the number, turn people in. Like, I don't think that was the direction that we were trying to go in.
Even without video, like you said.
I think it was more for police officer purposes versus for public purposes.
Because I believe this ordinance actually empowers them now to actually make a traffic stop where it's kind of gray area without it.
Yeah.
So now if they actually see these kids, they actually have a little more ability to intervene versus what we kind of got now.
Yeah, we never put the penalty in.
Or know who the cart is owned by. I think part of the problem that they were having in the past was not being able to identify where the cart actually belonged and who the owner was based on, his lying, not telling the truth, not being able to catch him, whatever.
No IDs.
Right.
And not that this needs to be said, the goal of this is not to sell stickers, it's not, it's because.
And I'm not complaining about it.
No, I know you're not, but, I know, the last year was real bad for this stuff.
If we could default
I'm
to
trying
a
to-
regular state identified ORV, I would prefer to do that. Most of the people that use their golf carts, many of them take them up north, they take them camping with them, they already automatically have an ORV. If we can use that system, I don't see why that would be a problem for us, versus having our own system that we have to keep track of.
Rod, you have something, Ron?
No, that question might have been brought up, can a cop identify the cop, with an ORV sticker?
Yes.
We gotta double check, but the assumption is yes. Because they do have the serial number, like you said, it's tied to your driver's license. And I think they're fairly large.
Yeah, they're about the size of a credit card.
Yeah.
Roughly. Yeah. Then you got two of them if you buy both the regular and the trail. So.
But yeah,
And trails required.
Yeah.
come on,
They gotta
Mike.
be displayed on the back.
I've run plates before. There's a place to run plates. I don't know if there's a place to run stickers.
Sure.
Like the sticker numbers, I know could be an arc.
DNR can do it,
Yeah, I mean, I've been pulled over.
I don't know if our cars have that capability. So that's something we have to discuss.
Right. But if it's an option for us, I feel
Oh, yeah.
that would be the best option for us to
Better
go.
road to go.
So I say
Or
we
we
need,
call in the DNR, which is much meaner.
I really feel like we're going too far. with
Andy,
this.
what if we did $9 a sticker?
Which finger do you want? Or do you want two?
So I think that we need to rework this, we need to look at some different things. Obviously, I suggest we table it until we get it worked through.
And work on the stuff we've already discussed, getting that in and out.
Anybody else before we close public meeting?
Yeah, just a couple things from the county, first of all, good
Oh,
evening.
no.
guys.
Motion to close.
Oh, okay, okay.
For the
not here.
RFP.
Okay, sorry. No comment on that.
Good idea, then.
Motion to exit public hearing for ORV side-by-side ordinance 2025-01 at 7:54.
Motion's been made and seconded, we'll do a roll call vote, please.
Navarre,
Yes.
Tolman? Yes. Marner?
Yes.
Wenzel? Hoover?
Yes.
Chanel?
Yes.
Pinckney?
Yes.
Alright, we are out of public meeting, would you like to make a motion to table and send it to public safety?
I make a motion to table the side-by-side ordinance 2025-01 and send it to public safety.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good luck. Next up, item for action, Jack Bear requesting a burn permit for Grady Road property.
Is that the one, that big tile in front of, my Tierney's used to be?
It's across from the old Burger King, I think.
That close to the road?
So Scott hasn't been out there?
I don't know. He's on a prayer call right now, so I can't check with him.
He said it was okay.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay.
Is, Jack doing the burning?
He's not. Edrich.
Oh, Jason?
Motion to approve burn permit for Jack Barrett for Brady Road property.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now is a great time to get that done, as long as it's not windy. Next up, Mary Muirhead requesting use of Cole Park Bridge for a wedding on August 23rd.
She could not make it tonight, but I told her that it's still open to the public, so we won't close it down for her like we've done, for everybody in the past. We don't close the bridge down over here. But she wants to get married on the bridge.
Scott Road would want it to.
I mean, what is the details? Are they like setting up chairs? Are they standing? Like,
It'll be quick, and then they're leaving.
So it's just a ceremony.
Right.
Motion to allow Mary Muirhead to use Cole Park Bridge for her wedding on August 23rd.
Alright, motion's been made and supported, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Committee reports, infrastructure,
No meeting.
finance and admin. Nope. Public safety will be meeting
Guess what,
shortly.
Keith? Public safety's coming shortly.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
DDA,
They didn't have a meeting last month. This next meeting should be Wednesday next.
Next Wednesday.
Chamber also has not had a meeting since our last one, there will be one coming up later this month. Planning Commission.
we had a meeting last week and we set public hearing to approve our master plan for March 25th. That's it. Sorry.
Airport?
End of the month.
Fire Board.
What the run we just had a little while ago, it was 7, since the last meeting, we total was 30. 4 of us went to the pipeline classes. It was put on by all the pipelines in the state of Michigan. It was really good. It was Kevin Carlton, Diane Oddie, Tara Carlton, and me. And it lasted 2 hours, and you have to take a test and everything else, get a certificate for it and everything. And then Sunday and Monday, they had the fit test for the face mask, make sure everybody had it, fit to the face right and everything. Plus, they had a challenge, and Nick Pauls won the challenge on the time. So he got a $10 gift card for winning that. The next fire board meeting is next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, the 12th.
What have the majority of these calls been for?
The last few has been like CO2,
Carbon monoxide.
yeah, smoke alarms, a couple structure fires, and the one tonight was electrical fires, so it all changes.
Okay, so Task Force? No meeting. Parks Committee?
No meeting.
Alright, now we will open to public statement, any topic, Bruce Anker,
Oh, look, mine was for the other one.
Denny Harris.
Okay, now my turn. Yeah, just a couple things from the county. It's been pretty quiet this year. We've been, some of these guys been in the middle of contract negotiations with all the unions, so that's been keeping us on our toes. Last few months I've been passing these out to everyone in our district. It's, fraud, somewhat protected from the fraud. We're not having that big of an issue in Saginaw County yet, but it's getting, growing pretty quick. People are going to the courthouse and doing quick claim deals on your property, and they're just taking it right over. So this is free through the county. If you sign up, you can call in or to the website. You can sign up on the website. Everyone says it's really easy to do. It's not gonna stop anyone from doing a quick claim deal on your property, but this company here, we're Saginaw County, we hired it done. It's free of charge. County's gonna cover it. But this company will notify you within 24 hours if someone tries doing a quick claim deal on your house. Or your property, it could be vacant land, it could be whatever.
Do you get the name, address, and contact information of that person?
Yes. But anyways, hopefully. If you don't go through here, and if, like on television, they have these ads all the time, you can protect yourself, you can pay for it. It could take 2, 3, 4 months before that company notifies you that someone just pulled this stunt on you. And where the scams are is, I find this hard to believe myself, but it's being sold 2 or 3, 4 times by the time you're notified that your property's just been stolen from you. And then they're saying you can't ever get it back because they don't know who owns it, which I don't care if it's been stolen 10 times, it's still gonna be registered to the deed, register the deeds there.
I mean, what is the process at the county?
Now, you
I
can go
mean,
to,
can't they change the process at the county to make
according to Katie,
it less easy to do that?
I've been dealing with Katie and it's impossible to do that, not in a quick claim deal. I bought some property up north, my cabin with a vacant lot for sale right across the street. It's really easy. The guy signed a receipt, he signed it, I signed it, we had a purchase amount. I took it to the courthouse up in Ross Common, handed it to him, I own the property. I had to pay him whatever the fees were for that. I could not believe how easy it was to do something like
So you're
that.
not, they don't need the seller, present to.
You didn't have to do a title search, you did nothing on that, on a quick claim deal. So this, like I said, someone still can take it on you, but at least you can be notified supposedly within 24 hours. And
I
that
mean, that just seems like.
I know, it blows
Like,
me
the
away.
county needs to work on that, or.
It's every county.
It's every county.
I mean.
Well, it started out down Florida, big time, and of course it just kind of kept coming north, and it's gotten into Michigan. I've talked to Katie, we've never had an issue yet in Saginaw County, but it will be here.
Will the thieves be responsible for mowing
I'm sorry, what's that?
will the thieves be responsible for mowing my lawn?
Well, that makes as much sense as, what do you call them, you're going on vacation, you come back home and live in your house?
Squatters.
But that makes as much sense to me as those squatting does. It's, you can't kick them out. It's your property, but they've got the right to take it over. It makes no sense. And then you're lucky, Bruce, if you can get them out, even take them to the court. But anyway, this is pretty good deal. It's gonna protect our people anyways.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other than that, you guys have any questions for me? Like I said, we've been pretty quiet at the animal control's giving us a heck of a problem over there. We're having a lot of issues with that right now.
The new facility.
Yeah, when they built it, they didn't build it, they built it smaller than the old one. Well, the building's bigger, but it holds less animals. I think 10 less dogs, I can't remember how many less cats, and it's overflowing all the time, and it's just,
Hey, they won't come out and take care of a raccoon.
they will not do raccoons. I don't know about rabbits.
Rabbit.
Oh, rabbit, no, I know they won't take care of, raccoons at all. Skunks, they won't take, just pretty much dogs and cats, so. And then, good luck trying to get them out here for that. I've had so many people call the county trying to get a wild dog taken care of. They say you got it too far out. Well, what the hell do you think when you build the damn new building on the other side of the
Well, we all
county?
knew that was
So
gonna
then
happen.
I'll call the people, you call me, I'll call the director, come on, get a truck out there, let's have to
I
send a
think
truck
that was
out
one of
there.
Kyle's complaints, was they're building it at the north end of
We had
Saginaw
all this
County,
vacant-
when we got people all the way out in Chapin Township.
Exactly, we had all that vacant property that the county owns, and they had to go buy that property and then send to the county. Made no sense, so. Other than that, guys, that's all I have unless you got something for me. Sorry I haven't been here lately, it's just we've been really tied up in these, union negotiations, contracts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy?
I've only got one question. This occurred a long time ago. Any updates on trying to make progress on it? Park?
Kiwanis is still working on it. They did some work in the fall, plans to continue working on it in the spring.
No, I know that it's scheduled to have stuff tore down there, so I didn't know if there was still talk of it.
The bark park, yeah. There's been some work. The posts were put in the fall. I know that George needed to cut a few off, and then we just had to pull the chain link around the posts. There was a few other things that needed to be done, but I mean, they're planning on doing it still. It was just a matter, I think, that he got started late in the season, and then weather got in the way.
I talked to him the other day at the bowling alley, so it's gonna be in the
Yep.
spring.
As soon as it gets nice out.
I told him I'd help him if he needed any help, so,
I don't like help.
I know.
Which is part of the problem.
Yeah, she's done, I got one more thing. I'd like to thank Jean for, just right here, she's been putting in, citizens to keep all of our citizens aware of this, so thank you very much for doing that, you've been doing a good job of that. So thank you.
It's a good program. I registered and actually got a response on something. It was great.
Wow, great. I'm not signing up tonight. All right, any council member have a statement they'd like to make?
Yeah, see if you can see stuff, he's got the signs up.
Yeah.
Hear any when they're gonna open up now?
From what I understand, they are still working with the state on their ingress and egress. So it could be a week, or it could be a year.
Red tape that anybody can take your property from you.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
There's a disparagement there.
I mean,
Next up, village staff reports, police chief is unavailable, administrator report.
We received our state marijuana revenue share. The amount was $116,457.32. A little less than last year, but it equals $58,228 per dispensary that we have in town. So it was nice to get that check in. Next week, the Michigan Police Chiefs Association will be holding their new Chiefs School. Chief Nader will be attending. It's a 5-day program. Topics covered: assuming command, expanding your capacity for leadership, public safety leadership, human resources management, and law, building a successful team, developing written directives, among other things. All instructions provided by current chiefs, retired chiefs, professors, and industry specialists, so that'll be cool. The timing was perfect because we have a new police chief, so he will be attending that. The village is hiring a new utility billing clerk. That position is open now, so we will be posting for that either late this week or early next week. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for that job posting. And as you can see, the cabinets for the AEDs are being installed around town. There will not be 2 in here. One of them, we had an extra cabinet, so one of them we will put a first aid kit in. So we'll have but there's one going at DBW, wastewater treatment, and then there'll be some in the parks, 2 in Trumbull Park, I believe, and then 1 at Cole Park.
let's relabel the one that has the first aid.
We will be, it just got put in today, I'm looking for a sticker that we can put over there, so.
Perfect.
And they are different heights because one of them needed to be taller than the other one for some reason.
What was the state revenue? Yeah, it was what, 116?
$116,457.32.
Thank you.
All right, anybody have any marijuana ordinance related work they want to bring up? All right, this time we'll need a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn. Support. Motion to made, support to adjourn. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.
Sam, make sure you put it in the